Can you feel that? Can you hear that? The whispers, the crisp, cool air, slight chill that blows through your window in the middle of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and adventurers from far and wide, spooky season is upon us. The season of pumpkin spice, fall leaves, and night terrors. Tonight, and for the whole month of October, I've got a special treat for you guys. We're going to be doing a playthrough of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. A game so terrifying, so challenging, that nobody has done it with only one life. Let's get to it. Well, 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 well. Demon, don't touch my horse. Don't touch it. He's very sensitive. Very sensitive. Also, he's very thirsty. He's constantly drinking. I haven't figured it out, but he's like non-stop drinking. How's the frames look to everybody? On mine, it looks a little choppy, but I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure. Also, how's the game audio? How are the levels? This game features very heavily audio, whispers, that type of stuff. It's best done with the headphones on, but I don't want it to be overpowering me. And granted, right now the intro music is probably way too loud. It's a little choppy. Sounds a little choppy too. Okay. Looks fine to you. Well, hopefully we're just experiencing a little Demon Apex lobby situation. And as soon as we get into the game, it'll smooth out. The volume could come down a smidge. I'm gonna leave it on just until we get into the game. I don't think the music is gonna be this loud, but we will see. Demon, welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good week.
Hello.
You are on your phone, so it could be a factor. I do see that I am missing some frames.
Doesn't matter.
This is due to rendering lag, so maybe we bring the graphics down to high, and we'll see if that does it.
You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close, so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua.
I guess you see the chops now?
Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness.
They're watching.
There will be no more stories after this one.
Deep into darkness.
Why is she doing this? They're watching. They can feel her coming. She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
It's a pain to type with the controller. Yeah, it is.
Quiet.
The week is going well.
Oh, how rude.
Looking forward to the weekend. I bet you
I never
are.
told you of the others. You hear them too, right?
Still choppy.
They've been around ever since the tragedy.
Let me bring it down. Let's bring it down another notch. and see if that does it.
That's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've
Any plans for you this weekend,
changed.
Demon?
I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Any plans for you, anxious bibliophile?
Can you see them? Over there.
Why isn't she looking?
Why aren't you looking?
He's in hell. Look, up ahead. You see it too?
You promised you can.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog.
My GPU is currently maxed
Place the
out.
Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Turn back.
Go back, go back, go
It's
back.
not safe.
It's there. They're here.
It's like OBS is using a majority of my Does you being on affect the stream? No, it does not, because it is due to rendering lag on my computer, not the network.
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick.
Demon might be going to a pumpkin patch on Sunday.
Here they lie, rotting in the fields and
Maybe
rivers
probably
of
do
hell.
another stream for Lord of the Rings too. Need more users? You do. I
Dead
still
don't
have a couple I
always
need
lie
to
still
give you.
here. This is not a place of rest.
Can't do this. Go back. Go back.
When did my
They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
when did that keybind get changed? I did not mean to clear my throat on top of you guys.
They're watching.
Stop.
Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back.
Can you feel it?
I'm gonna pause this for just a second. Figure out where my audio hotkeys are. See if I also can't figure out. There we go. That's supposed to be this button. Key assignments. Yeah, it's Control M. So, why is it not? Muting my audio. Yeah, calm down. Okay, it is. So, let's see, am I still missing frames? Little bit. Little bit. Question is, can I bring this? Can I bring this down? Preset. See if I can change this on the fly, and then let's see if that does it.
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She is afraid.
It doesn't look like it yet.
You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds.
Well, this is disappointing. Can I put this? What happens if I do this here?
stronger, towering over her.
Maybe when the opening cutscene
You
ends,
might try and
hopefully.
ignore it. Turn away. It's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all
Is
you need to see its
the game audio
suffocating
still a
power.
little too loud?
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her.
It's not?
Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Then it was fear, runs far, far deeper.
You know, maybe, but at the same time, hearing it is part of it. True. That is part of the overall experience. Let's see, here we go. We're getting out of the boat, or off of the log, the dugout canoe.
What is she looking at?
Oh, we're so
What is she
close.
leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts.
Doesn't
It's
look
not
like I'm
too
missing
late
any
to
more
get into the boat and go
frames. So that's
No one
nice.
will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's
Said
no
OBS
going
is the
back.
problem? Yeah. It says it's now it's missing some.
You can't do it.
So it's that it's just that particular portion of the water.
So much suffering.
So we were doing just fine while we're on the
There's
land.
nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to.
Said that OBS was
Why
using
don't
a
you join
majority
us?
of my, pretty much maxing out my GPU.
Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Focus. Look closer. Look. Use your eyes. Why isn't she looking closer? She needs to look closer. Focus.
Can I shut some of it down? No, I cannot. It's not quite how that works. Okay.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there.
That should be a focus
They
button.
say the burning of a
Yeah.
corpse will take you straight
I
to
haven't looked at
Hela's
any of the
gate.
controls. I probably should
But
before we get
gods
into the
and the
first
living
fight. I was
will follow
kind of
this
expecting there
path.
to be a bit of a tutorial.
You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there,
You will
across the
tutorialize
river
as you
of
go.
knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Good to know. I think it's just the water. So anything involving the water, I think we're gonna be. It's gonna be rough. Yeah, it hates the water. See if we can push through it as fast as we can.
The darkness is coming. Yearn for life. hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
You see?
What was it he said? The
So,
river of knives across which lies
couple
the
things
halls
there.
of hell.
one,
The place they call
I think I need to turn the audio down
Helheim.
for you guys.
He's lost. He's lost.
And two, I think we might possibly need to turn the graphics down one more. See if that just smooths it out.
I hear you.
I wonder if there's different aspects of the
There's
audio.
no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim,
They're
and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Okay, let's see. Let me turn this down for you guys just a little bit. And let's go voices. Do you guys want subtitles on or no? Holy 3 decimal points of precision. Like that. Bring the music down just a little bit. And we'll turn the menu like all the way down. Is that a yes to you want subtitles? Or a yes to the turn the audio down just a little bit? Maybe we switch this to full screen. The audio, I don't know if I want subtitles. Okay, cool. So let's go. Can we like, can we like take the graphics, but we'll bring the ray tracing down. What is this? Change to performance. We'll bring the view effects down a little bit. Bring the textures down. We'll just kind of go like that. Let's see if maybe that does it. Oh, that is rough.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. But his soul is in Helheim. His soul still lives.
Smoother?
She needs to save his soul.
It is much smoother.
The bridge to Helheim. I forget its name.
I don't know what that
Forgets
little
too.
hiccup is.
But she does remember that only the
Let's do
dead
this and see what
may cross
happens.
it. That part was
Stop messing with. Stop messing with so many custom settings.
The old fool said there was a hidden path up to
Okay.
it. Let's see, shall we?
So we gotta get up to the bridge. Okay. My My GPU usage is going down, so that's nice. It's made by a small team, so the optimization may be lacking. Got it.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea. The Northmen speak of 9 worlds.
So,
The world of men they
I
call
don't think I have
Midgard.
to be that the whole time,
Sky
right?
gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
I hate to keep doing this, but I got to put some of these things on the mouse because straining all the way across the keyboard is just not doing it for me. Put you there. Left shift. Ba ba bum. Bum bum bum. Melee attack. Sure. Evade is space. Block is left control. We'll put you here. Okay. That should be the last time we have to do that. Hopefully.
You're in danger. Just drop down. Not safe. Stop. Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
So interesting that you have to physically interact with, like use a specific button instead of just, you know, like being able to kind of just, oh, I want to walk into a ladder. Oh, I want to run off the ledge. No, I have to interact with it each time.
I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. Let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Drew? Is that you?
How do you know?
Walking the doggo, BRB, okie doke. Well, I'll be here.
They call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Sure.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
Come on down.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain
I
sight.
can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
She can't focus. Why can't she focus? Take a closer look. He's not ready.
Okay. So we can't go out this way, right?
You've got to come.
Yeah.
It's near. Focus, and you
It's the shadow.
Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's worked.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid the heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Slippery.
Another voice joins us. She will try to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that.
Too bad I had to turn on the graphics. I know.
You can't just wish things away.
Now that we're, I mean, we could try them again now that we're out of the water. Granted, I don't know, you know, are we gonna have to go back and forth? Turn the graphics down, turn them up.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela,
Let's see. We'll
daughter
try it.
of Loki.
As soon as
The
I start
gods who
noticing
feared
it
her
losing
bloodline
frames, we're gonna turn it
battled
back down.
on her side and get much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Can't remember how much water there is, but that's the thing with water. Water is is probably the hardest thing to animate. It is the hardest thing to animate to make it look good, and as far as fluid mechanics goes, you know, the waves, the ripples, all that, and not have it just look like clear, because you can't. How do you render something that's clear? It's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing to do, and it takes a toll on anything.
Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
Remember a lot of forest? That's what I remember the most of when you were playing it.
You took him from me. I beg you. Let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Can't wait to play the next one. It's supposed to be coming out pretty soon, I think, right? Every time you die, the blindness takes you over. Yeah. I remember that from the gameplay. Oh, come on.
They're overwhelming her. Surrounding her. She's going to lose. On this far.
Oh, I blocked that. It is very dark. Surprising you made it through this. Barely remembered every time you die the blindness takes you over? Yeah. I know I said the second half of that statement, but I was waiting for a second to actually be able to read the rest of it. Did I die? Is that death? That's not death, right?
The vision.
That was supposed to happen?
Of what's
Okay.
to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Also, that's a clue to how it ends and what you're supposed to do to finish. Fuck that door. Slice it. Slice it and dice it. If the rot reaches Senua's head, her quest is over. Well, we're aiming to not die at all. All progress will be lost. I'm gonna forget that, about how that's a clue. Just saying.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind.
The mind.
That is what Dillian taught her.
The mind of Moria.
With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul.
You had so much time between when you started and when you finished that you didn't realize that?
But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her
Did you
vow,
just realize that? Or did you realize that later?
whatever the cost.
Or get that information later?
He's not right.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Zurt, and the god of illusion, Valravan.
You just put it together because they
Spill
said
their
a premonition
blood
of things
to
that are
open
to
the
come.
gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
To Dillian.
To his soul. It won't open.
How will she get through? Why won't it?
I gotta move this.
Why can't she?
It's over
She
here.
has to challenge the gods.
She has to fight two gods
There we go.
first.
Two gods.
Two gates.
Which will she choose first?
One of them will kill her, I know.
She's going to
The
die.
Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the
Souls with your dad?
cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the
That
south.
she is.
The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow whose milk fed the giant. That's right.
Valravan, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains.
It's interesting, okay.
Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
What if I wanted the other gate?
Surt, the fire giant, has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
Okay. Let's do Valraven first, I guess.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. He was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
It was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Can't tell if it's distance. I believe each section of the game on the runestone is separated by a dot, so I can look at sections that way. Okay.
Illusion hides the path to Valravan. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
What's that? It's a door. No,
It's a bridge.
it's not. Push it. Push it. Push it. Do you think will happen? Come on. Come on. Push it.
One said, it's a door. Man, it is not a door. I forgot this was a mechanic. Interesting mechanic for sure.
Can you see?
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? Once we
It's
do,
magic.
we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
Well, interesting.
Anyone never could close her eyes. However hard she tried. Begged.
That was a whole leaf just falling down. A big wooden door like that.
This is the price.
This looks
she'll
like I
pay
have to
for
fight
seeing
somebody
things
here.
differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it.
BRB, keep on going.
See you
Okie
too.
dokie, thank you. Is that mushroom just hanging down? Yep.
She finished him! Find a good position! Let them surround you. He's down! Finish him! Strike him!
Yeah, get fucked. I don't recall how.
Will not stop her.
I don't recall how the healing.
She will find what she's looking for.
I don't think there is healing, but like if I get hit once in a fight, and then I get hit once in the next fight, like does that add up, or does each fight have its own health? So obviously, you know, I don't want to get hit, but I just want to know how, you know, defensively I need to play overall. If anybody knows. You do not know. This one, I have to go up, I think. Can I get there from here? No. This feels like an outside influence. Your guess is reset period and you're healed after the fight. That's what I'm hoping for. Now I'm thinking. No. I don't know that I have to go that far back. Definitely would be nice to get up on that walkway up there, but maybe this is good enough.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth. Look how much it's changed. It's so different.
No. Can I get on this one? No. Ah, see. So that's interesting. I mean that it wasn't there, but until I went
To
through
break
the
the
gate,
seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
until I went through the gate, it didn't show up. Even though technically all I did was go in and right back out. That's. I think that's good to know. Nice, nice.
What's happened? Something shifted. Can you feel it?
What happened? What happened?
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but
I
feels
like that mountain.
different.
That's a nice mountain.
Lost a world where the forest itself is watching.
So, let me double check something here real quick. E. Oh, we're gonna turn that off. Sorry about that. I was,
Another gate.
Another gate.
we could try it. We'll try it.
You know what to do.
I'm
Stay
bidding
back.
on a
Do it. It's not set.
another HTC Vive.
Open. You can do it. Don't touch it. Stay.
But it's gone higher than slightly higher than I was hoping it would. But at the end of the day, it's still cheaper than what I was planning on spending on,
To
you know,
break the seal,
the
align
Meta
the
Quest
ravens
2.
with the mark of Valravan.
So I might see if I can't snipe it up here, but it's gonna be in about another hour and a half. I'll have to double check it.
Can't you see what she does?
Line up the ravens.
Shh. What is it?
I hear something.
If you hear the sound,
Valravan.
follow it.
Challenge
and
me.
it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
Where is it? It's not your fault. Listen, focus. Focus.
This game's pretty brilliant as far as the mechanics involved. Also, I haven't dropped a single frame since I turned the graphics back up to max. Turns out it's just that water, that river. How's the game audio? Is it still loud, even though I already turned it down? It's like hella loud for me. But like looking at the levels, I'm looking at my voice is the same current like peak on the meter as the game audio is. I can't hardly hear myself talk, to be honest with you. Louder than me, but manageable. Seems too loud. Turn my headset down. I don't want to turn my headset down. Let me bring this down another chunk. Could come down and still be good. That looks better. Just a smidge.
Is she lost? Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off
You want to teach me how to levitate?
uncommon, you see. We call such a person a gallant. Some like Truth become gallant in search of penance. Others, like Xenova,
The soundtrack of this game brought to you by The Hue.
those who make it back are forever changed.
We need a crossover album, The Hue. I agree. Saved myself there. I almost burst out into song of The Killers.
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get up? Must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Raven. Tricking her. Raven. How can she get up? Wait. It's him. Dark magic draws her closer. It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him. It's a
This
trick.
is
She's doing it on her own. He's not
Staircase.
It's magic. It's an illusion.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Still use the ladder. It's not there now. I did? I didn't even notice. I was like, what the hell? Oh, what a beautiful staircase. Carved of stone, covered in moss. Unfortunately, the desert climate is not conducive to overgrown moss. Terrible shame. Man, I cannot control my eyes today. They are like out of control.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. A deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Valravn, he's there.
Oh, duh.
Has to find another route. Truth says there's always another route. Find a way somewhere. Go round. Find your own path. There's a different way.
Jacobville, are you back?
Yes!
He's hurt, there's blood. Take him down. Take him down.
Yes!
I hit the block button.
Yes!
Let me get behind you.
Coward. Holy shit. No.
He's gone.
Okay. So you can't dodge and block at the same time. Okay. Line you up. You're having phantom trauma from this? I don't know how close the other guy is. I need to get off target, but I can't. Oh, this is not good.
No, this is nearly the
Let me
end.
off, let me off. Whoa! What is the change target? Z and C. Okay. Right there sounds like a great place to take a little bio break. Is there a charge attack? There's a fast strike and a heavy strike. And a melee attack. I haven't tried melee attack yet, but no charge attack. If you guys will excuse me for just a moment, I will be right back as I go use the little Lord's room. All right, we are back. Some combination that you relied on, and maybe strafe, then attack, then evade. We will see. Got a little bit of an attack combo down, but it only works for one enemy, so we'll have to see how it does again with normal enemies, as well as using the melee attack, which apparently I have not used. Jesus Christ! Fucking scared me. I thought he was gonna be on the other side of this wall trying to fight me again. Holy shit. That one got me. Did I just go backwards? Oh no, I had to come to this gate. That's right. Open the gate. Open the gates. So what the hell? Aha!
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
I find it hard to believe that I would not be able to jump back up and pull myself up that ledge if I needed to.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones.
On call, can't hear right now. It's all good.
wilds, perhaps never to return.
You'll come back when you're done.
Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
It's nice that at least there's a good balance between puzzle and fight, in that I don't have to really worry about running around here. It's nice. I like that. I don't have to worry about running around and just stumbling upon a group of enemies. You know? It's like Pokemon. It is kind of like Pokemon.
This reminds her of somewhere.
The forest.
Where? Which forest? The forest in the wilds.
The wilds.
She went to the wilds a long time ago. Why did she go to the wilds?
She wanted to fight her own darkness.
It's like Pokemon,
She thought she could beat
with the
her
exception of
Did she eat her darkness?
No.
the fights aren't necessarily 100% random
Truth helped her.
because they're planned out. You know, they're gonna be
She's dead. She can't beat her own darkness.
they're going to be in one particular spot.
She wanted to marry Dillian. She can't beat her own darkness.
Uh huh.
But it didn't work.
She thought her curse would affect him.
She thought her curse would spread to him. She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
Truth helped her.
Man, stonework, stonemasonry is so much work. So much hard work. Let down the drawbridge. Open the gates. These flames are freaking wild right now.
The ravens. They've gone. No.
Half of them have gone. They've gone.
Some are still gone.
But where?
Oh, ravens.
He's not helping.
It's a trick.
Quiet, quiet. I can't think. Out in the wilds. In the cold winter woods.
Where?
She no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness.
Okay, so half of the runes
She
are
remembered
gone.
Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on.
There's another gate right here.
Back to which had become part of it.
I believe it goes this way. Yeah, okay. Alright, alright. Not too bad, not too bad. You ever feel like you just want to stand in a mountain fortress, in a forest fortress, mountain fortress, just standing in the rain, just singing? Sometimes. Very therapeutic. And another gate. So much back and forth. Really clever how they did that. Almost missed one.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. The Northmen say you must sacrifice.
So we've got
in
2 more
order to receive.
runes
They tell
for this
how the
section, allegedly.
runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry and gathered them in his mind and learnt them.
Oh shit! Why did it let me fall off there? So, okay, interesting. Do I have to go look through another gate? Or is it the same gate? Oh, okay. I gotcha. We had to remove the wall to unlock the door, but now that the door's unlocked, we can go in there. Ah. This game's big brain, man. Some next level puzzle shit. Still interesting why they chose to let me fall off there rather than just stop me, compared to, say, you know, this ledge.
The ravens. They were gone. No.
Where?
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own.
I wonder how much of a coding nightmare this game is.
The more she struggled to see anything at all. And the gloom. The smallest hints of shape, sound, thought, grew in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Broke. The gate is open.
Open.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. Like it doesn't want to kill her. Yet. Or gnaw at her. Biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
Okay. Thinking about it. Change target left. Q. And we'll put melee attack on caps lock. Because Z and C all the way down on the bottom of the keyboard is just going to be a nightmare.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep.
Love the change of buttons and the look of, yeah, this show.
You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can
I'm-
fight it together.
That's why I'm terrible at poker. I put everything in my face. Okay, so how do we clear that debris? Sorry, for those of you listening at home, debris. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Secret, 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 secret tunnel. And die. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I had an uncontrollable itch there for a second. Did that clear it?
Speak to me, Druth. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him.
So what does this one do?
Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart.
I think we're going to get Sonic. There's a
His
burger
father's
called
enemies
Chop
offered
House with
redress for his
onion
loss and
strings.
invited
Do you
him to a
want that?
feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there,
Let's take a look-see. Demon would like one as well. Yeah. I'll take one of those.
they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him
Thank you.
and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What
Well, that
was
didn't do
Findan
shit.
burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward.
Let's just standard double cheeseburgers, 2 for
And
5.
Ruth
That Chop House one sounds
was
good.
born.
Or if they have that pickle one still available, I'll take that.
The man that I am now.
But I'll try the Chop House. Okay, so there's
And though
nothing this
Findan
way.
never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Oh. So, I have to get to the bird nest. Uh-huh. Something like that. So up the stairs, up the tree. But I can't get to that. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. All I had to do was just go to the corner. I've been over there like 4 times already. Ah! 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 I like how there's literally a rope at the top, and it's like, no, you can't go up there anymore. It's not an option. Okay, so back to this portal or back to the other portal? That is the question. This one. I can drop down here the whole time. Okay. I was just about to say, thank God there's no balance mechanics. But there are.
Broke. The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
I just want to let it be known I was holding the block button
Are you still here?
during that.
Are you too? Where are we?
You're a wizard, Harry.
I remember.
I remember.
It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
and she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua,
I thought he said Jeremy.
Take
I was
my
like, who's
arm now.
Jeremy? But he said,
look into it,
hear me.
for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you! I see you now! You led me to the wilds! You trapped me there!
Bullshit.
Defend yourself.
Nobody cared.
Quickly get up. They're coming. She's injured.
Bullshit.
You can do it. You're close. Capable warrior. Remember your training.
Okay. Okay.
It's nearly over. Finish. Where's he gone?
I know you wrote something. I'll get to you in just a second. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck.
Can't do it.
Fuck. It's bullshit.
Get up.
Get up.
She can still do it.
I don't like being against this wall. Also, my fingers are cramping. Fuck.
She's so weak they can see her.
Okay. Doesn't he glowing mean you have a special attack? I don't know. It hasn't told me that. And Carpal tunnel, I remember this game as well. Honestly, oh, this This new mouse I have is honestly not very comfortable. kind of kind of disappointed in the that. And I don't know if it's just like I have large, like I don't know if I have large hands, but like where it's comfortable, a comfortable resting point. Let's see if I can palm this and show you. Like look, like you can see my fingertips past the mouse. Like I feel like Shaq holding this mouse. And so in order to be able to not like grip the mouse all the way over here, I'm like having to like either push with like my second or third knuckle on the mouse, or I like and my fingers are getting locked like out like that, or I have to like lift them up like this. Very strange. Oh, it hurts though. Hurts like a son of a bitch. Don't like being up against the wall. The camera just sits there.
End it now.
Did you dead? I don't think so. I don't recall what the death looks like. But I don't think I did. I think this is just the next portion of his fight, because he was pretty weak.
He's stronger than you.
There's too many of them.
Find a good position.
But don't let them behind you.
He's down. Finish it.
Okay.
You can do this.
No bullshit.
She's nearly there.
No. Turn fucking.
It's the only way.
I can't fucking see. Fuck. Come on, motherfucker. Let's go. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh,
Never beat you in the wilds, did I?
that was it. The focus caused them to slow down.
But not this time.
Jesus. Like my fucking fingers. Ooh, that was intense. I was a little scared
The
there, to
mark
be honest
of
with you.
Valravn,
I thought we were gonna
one
die.
of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her
the-
closer to defeat.
They were yelling at me. The voices, they were yelling at me. They're all,
Unfair,
focus, focus, focus,
isn't
focus,
it?
focus, focus. And I was like, fucking, I
In
can't
those
figure.
dark
You guys
winter
are throwing
nights
me
in the
off.
wilds,
I didn't realize they were telling me what to
there
do.
were times when she
I was like, why can't I hit
considered
this guy?
letting go.
I don't know if you did die.
If it weren't for Druth,
I don't think I did.
chance encounter in the
Because I think when you
wilds,
die, it starts over,
she
right?
would not have heard his stories of the Northmen.
And when I beat those guys, he
She would
went
not have
into
this
a different
chance to find
phase.
Dillion's soul.
I didn't have to do all that the first time.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
I might have to look up a video as to what death looks like. I don't know if Demon ever died or if he remembers what death looks like in this game. Or if he's watching and if he'd be able to tell me. Oh. Just pop my back and it feels so good.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And as she saw them, lucid, shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. The trees, mountains, caves.
And now back to the beginning. Probably missed some runes here and there. Who knows?
I wonder, can you see the faces too?
How do people beat Lasso?
They're there.
Dude, I don't even know. Is that what you're working on right now?
Mother. Senua, you have this sight. Just like I do.
I do.
Once you can see into the underworld. The underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they
You're doing Halo 1 Lasso?
I will always be.
I feel like that one would be much easier than any of the other ones.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galena. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over her.
I like the little.
She misses her so much.
Like, why is it? Like she skips, going left, and left back, but not right, and right back. Interesting. I think I already did this one. Yeah. You would have thought that it would have given us, you know, an option of, you know, just going right back to the area where we choose which gate we go in. I feel like I definitely missed some runes. Luckily, good thing I'm not playing for completion. There we are. I fucking knew it too. I was like, I better not have to fight anybody in here.
End it now. This is nearly the end. Finished.
Did I miss a rune? I'm not entirely sure.
You better fight.
You can't just focus whenever you want to. Interesting. Can I like back the fuck up, please?
He's gone. Don't let them get their hands on the chest. Take it down.
That was interesting. Whoa, 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 whoa!
Finish this.
Fuck me. Get up.
Quickly get up! It's not over. It's not over.
Back the fuck up.
The gate.
She needs to go back.
She can't.
So I don't. Okay.
Open.
Why won't it open?
Why won't it open?
Forgot that I need to watch that. No, it's all good. This is the body ratio of the Northmen to the Germanic tribes in the movie Northmen. True. That's my move. That's my move. The run and stab you were dependent on. So I feel like I need to look this up because I feel like I remember like when you died that it was kind of more obvious. It's like, oh, you died. Um do death cutscene. It's not really a cutscene, right? Be more like an animation. Death. Animation. I don't even know, man. Like, I'm not finding anything that indicates, like, it's not like there's no picture, there's no little video that's like, oh, this is what it looks like when you die. So I don't believe that I've died. That being said, I don't recall if is it when you die that it dumbs down the combat, or is it when you get knocked down that it dumbs down the combat? If anybody knows the answer to that. Come on. Come on. Let me know. Still debating. Still debating on if I want to pursue that HTC Vive Pro auction. Would I prefer the Pro 2? Yeah. Will there be another Pro 2 on that auction site? Most likely. Could I just sell my Pro for the money that I spent on it when I find the Pro 2? Yeah, probably. Considering that I'm getting it for less than retail. But at the same time, it's like I'm not really wanting to rush.
Gazing towards different
But if I can get a processor, a hard drive, processor,
your father,
virtual reality,
cannot
and
see
the
what you
locomotion sensors
there is nothing wrong with seeing the world
all at the
the
same
way you
time,
do.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Decisions. Maybe I get the virtual reality. Maybe I get the Vive Pro and the sensors, and then just save the leftover. I don't know. It's rough. So I'm going to assume that I missed some runes, and if what's up with the fucking music? If what Jacobell said is true, there's really no... Why? Why do I feel like I'm in a fight? There's no really going back? Or is it just certain points there's no going back? I don't really care. I'm not going for runes. I'm going for the game. I don't even know why I turned around at that point. There's not going back, you believe? Okay. Come on, motherfucker. No, no, no.
He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike him. She finished him.
So you have to parry. Aw, come on.
Too many of them. Find a strong position.
Did I kill the one at least? I did, okay. I hate that there's not free look in the fighting in this game. Okay, so you don't have to parry in order to unlock the option of focusing to slow down. Can I get the fuck out of here, please? Fucking stupid.
It's nearly over. Finish it.
It is over. Wait. It is not conducive.
The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh.
It's not conducive to you getting backed into a wall.
And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Sinners?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Is it both of them or is it just one? Okay, so it can be one at a time. Got it. You kind of like float up on the screen when you're nearby. Okay.
The path to Hellhand is sealed to the living. You already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
I wouldn't necessarily say that it's open, I'd just say that it's unlocked. It's now openable.
When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
These giants are gonna be rough. I'm kind of glad that we did the Valraven first. We can kind of get, you know, used to the combat. These giants, they're gonna be tough. With their shields. I think the trick is gonna be try and trigger. No. Try and trigger the focus. Oof. Okay. Get the fuck out of the way, Senua. Which powers up from blocking and attacking. Oh shit. Okay.
Stop them!
Okay.
Take him down! Take him down! Watch out! Ignore the pain.
Come on. Ah, fucking A. Fucking A again? At least there's no stamina, that's nice. Come on. At least it's just one. Okay. It's not just one. There we go. I can deal with this guy a little bit easier. Oh, it hits multiples. Okay. Nice. That's good to know. Very good to know.
When you see a fire gate of soot, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through.
Okay.
Fire, Senua, to follow the path to source.
Follow the fire. Okay, so we can't unlock that one. Okay. My timer just went off. So I need an opinion. Because I have less than an hour. So I've got another hour and a half of the stream, right? But I've got less than an hour for this this HTC Vive Pro, which is basically new. Do we think I should get it? Try and win it? Up to the cost, I have 58 minutes. Up to the cost of an Oculus. I should be able to beat Suture the Fire Guy, and then that's a good stopping point. Assuming I can find the fire. The Vive is worse than an Oculus? Why do you say that? Because all the review videos and online reviews that I've read would also corroborate your statement, but I'm curious to hear yours. Also, this is the Vive Pro. just in case that needed clarification. But you've... Oh, yeah. Jesus. You're reading of... Okay, what the fuck's happening here? You're reading of similar reviews and speaking with astronaut who had them all at one point? He started with Vive, then went to Oculus, then went to the Index. Did I die? Is that death? I fucking died, huh? That's bullshit. See, so that's the first time I've died. That's bullshit. How was I supposed to know that I have to sprint there? It's not in combat, to be fair, and that's the problem with me looking at chat. Yeah, but I could have been sitting there looking at chat.
Hell will not give you the
That's as
answers
far as
you
I had to
want,
make it.
but you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you
That's
cannot
still
overcome
bullshit.
Suffering.
I don't count that.
Refuse to look at it.
How was I supposed to know that fire could kill me? How was I supposed to know that I was supposed to be the one to do all that? That's all I'm saying.
It was everywhere. Maybe the pyre. Cert is through there. He's waiting. You can't get through.
How will she get through?
Demon, if you're at a point,
Another way.
could you do me a favor and message Astronaut?
There's always another way.
There's
'Cause-
always a way.
Unless you're just redacting the word pro from your statement, I'd like to have his hot and ready opinion
Find him.
on the Vive Pro versus an Oculus. And also, that's why I said up to the price point of a brand new Oculus. Because right now it's sitting at $248 for this Vive Pro with everything. So like for the money, the potential savings, are we looking at both of these and addressing cost? Are we looking at both of these and addressing the cost, right? Oculus is $400, Vive Pro is $1,000, Vive Pro 2, $1,400. But if I can get a Vive Pro for say $350, where does that stack up against the Oculus? Because if the Vive Pro retailed at say $500 versus $1,000, is the increased, is the resolution, or the better headset, the more comfortable headset without having to get an aftermarket one, does that start to outweigh? As far as, also bear in mind that this will be an entry-level unit for me. It's not like I'm not as well versed in it as you are, and we're both not as well traveled in it as Astronaut is. But your own opinion is that you'd rather spend more on an Oculus than a cheaper Vive. Fair. I could see that. But yeah, if you could ask him for me, that'd be
The
great.
Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot,
Or-
flaming, burning. Sparks that
Or-
flew out from Muspel became the stars.
You messaged him?
Other
Okay.
sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the
If
first
he wants to
giant
come in here,
Ymir.
if he wants to come in here
is one of the 9
and type his
worlds,
opinions,
and is now the land of the fire giants. People
then I'm also game for that as well. Shit, maybe we'll just all jump into the war room and
It's too far.
She'll never find
have a
it.
whole
She'll never make her way back.
She needs to
have a
remember
whole
the way
verbal
back.
conversation
What happens
about
when
it.
she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate
So for every one of
on
these
where
gates,
you're
I have to
going. She'll
find
path.
Everything will burn.
The fire, Senua.
I have to find a fire portal.
Sword.
Or we can go to the round table. Doesn't have to be the war room. For each one of these gates, I have to find a little headstone, a little flaming headstone, and then sprint to there from here. How many fucking times can I die on this one? It's kind of bullshit.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants.
Surtur.
His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming... He will be victorious.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Okay, so we're gonna go from there to where? To here, drop down and sprint all the way to the back. Okay. Whew. Come on. You're wasting time. Get fucked up. If I don't make this, I'll be pissed. The fuck through!
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua?
Jesus.
I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me. I am alone.
Also kind of crazy to think that I know somebody who's owned, you know, almost all of the, or at least owned a variety of virtual reality headsets. Hey, is this the homestead from God of War? Come on, you don't have to worry about this one. Okay, so Got an M and an R. Double A, double I, double O, double O.
The
Not an M.
Northmen of
X.
hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge and a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Okay, let's see. We're close here. It's the flames. Oh, rune. Nice.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods.
Yes.
Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Okay, so now we gotta find this one. It has not yet popped up saying that it's nearby, so we have... Oh, oh! No. Just the torch. Don't think it's back there. Maybe it's at the door? No? Is it over here? No. Is it possible that it's that far back? Did I go upstairs? I did. That's how I got the R. The second rune. I don't feel like I'd have to go back this far for the first rune, but... Did I get this one already? I
The
did
Northmen
not.
tell this story.
But it is the next rune.
Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the
Did I
bodies
find
of
one in the
first
trees?
giant Ymir.
I did not.
Muspel is one of the 9 worlds. And is
It
now
didn't,
the land of the fire giants.
The game didn't indicate to me that there was a rune nearby.
Cannot endure a journey.
I ran around the whole other area. Unless that's part of the puzzle. The game doesn't tell you when it's, you know, doesn't tell you anything. Which, at least be consistent. You don't remember clearly, but you feel like that? Maybe I gotta go back to the door and refresh my, my runic memory. See, because you'd think it'd be like with this thing here. No, normally when it tells me it's like it's all floating around. Those are just lens flares coming off of the embers. Of course, it's the world's smallest window. It's because I wasn't close enough. Really? Wow. Okay, so I gotta go through this door to find the flaming headstone. You were right. Thank you. And now this one, I just run straight to there. See, the thing is that's confusing, right? Is that it says, oh, in order to unlock the gate, it needs a sacrifice. So I was thinking I had to kill something. Not just, you know, obliterate my lungs. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Are you shitting me right now? Because I run through the... Because I literally do what it's... Because I run through the flames. I die. Why would I have to take the long way? This game really gonna make me run all the way around. Fuck it, no. No, 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 no. Fucking bullshit. So where the fuck do I go? Not this way. Can't go straight through. The house decides it wants to start collapsing on me. No. I do need that. No! No! Oh, please, God, no! Do I have to go upstairs? I feel like this is not the way. Definitely not the path that anybody should be taking. Are you fucking serious? And I have to fight him? Oh, now it needs a sacrifice. I swear to God. Wow.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the prime!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn.
Hey bro, this game is sick. I think it'd make an amazing cinematic series. It would.
No.
We're doing it the whole month,
Nothing now.
actually. But there's some limited but yet some sick cinematic shots, camera shots that you can do with this game. It definitely warrant another playthrough. Hey, so I don't know what you're up to right now, but are you able to jump over into the round table on my Discord server and talk to me for a little bit about this this HTC Vive Pro? So I've only got 34 minutes to make a decision. 33 minutes to make a decision on what I'm going to do with this. Before I get too engrossed in like a boss fight or something. If you want to do it over the phone, you can. I assume you have Discord on your phone. I don't know that you need to go through all the effort of booting up the whole PC just to jump onto Discord. Just got a couple kind of key questions. But if you'd rather do it on the computer, you know, go for it. As long as your computer doesn't take, 32 minutes to boot up. Might as well go through here and update the stream title. There we go. Interesting wind chime. Okay, so we got 3 runes this time.
escape your darkness.
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved
Okay.
to the
Door
suffering
locked.
I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded
Hey,
by
hey,
fear,
hey.
What's going on?
clearly in others.
How's it going, Epic?
Oh, not too bad.
Feared the fire of
Just
certain.
playing
So,
through this crazy game.
Dude, I freaking love that game.
knowing that they would not
It's actually kind of funny that you're talking about that game and VR because that game has a VR mode.
Is it
And
really?
it's pretty amazing.
But here I am.
I was not aware. I have not gone through the entire VR library, like the
I'm
Steam
glad I
VR.
found you in the wilds.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made it without you.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So in Hellblade, what they do is they make it that it's still a third-person game. So you're still watching her from the same sort of angle.
Uh huh.
So what you can do, what I've thought about, is you could actually take that and like move the VR headset around like a camera, and so you have like a 3D like camera inside the world, and you could just film the whole thing.
Interesting. That's an interesting concept. Oh, it's fucking right here. So, I need to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah.
So, oh, I can unlock this door here. So I'm on this site, and I've bought stuff from this site before. This is where I got my new mouse. This is where I got my, my new gaming chair. Basically, it's like, from what I understand, it's Amazon returns that then it's put up to auction, and you bid against it. You bid against other people to win these items. And I just barely found out that the other day that there are some virtual reality headsets that end up on here.
Yeah.
The other day, I stupidly lost a Meta Quest because I prematurely increased my bid by 2 minutes too soon, and the other person came in and sniped it from me in the last like 10 seconds.
Ooh.
So right now I'm looking at an HTC Vive Pro.
Okay.
It says condition used, but it's basically like looking at it like they didn't even take off the little blue film on the front-facing cameras. So for me, that's pretty much new because nobody in their right mind is gonna hold on to those little blue films
Yeah.
and gonna return it with that on there, right? So
Yeah.
it's basically new. Now it's currently sitting at an asking price, or a current bid price is $243.
Ooh.
So my question is, and from what, I'm trying to find this rune while we do this. From what I've read and I've watched on YouTube, most people, and Demon himself included, say that the Vive is worse than an Oculus. Now, keep in mind that I'm doing this as this is my entry, right? My gateway drug into virtual reality.
Yeah.
Being that a majority of the internet would say that now granted the Vive, not necessarily the Vive Pro,
Yeah.
is worse than an Oculus. Would it be worth it to spend Oculus money on a Vive? Meaning, would it be worth it for me to go up to 400 to try and get this Vive Pro? Which normally retails for the full. This is the full thing with the tracking stations, the controllers. It's not just the headset; it's everything. It retails for 1,100. So, like would it be worth it to me to try and get it for around the same price as an Oculus, or should I just wait to try and get one for less than an Oculus, or just spend the money on an Oculus?
Right, yeah. Um,
Because
man, yeah,
I could see where a majority of people would say, well, for the money, is it better than an Oculus? No. If I'm gonna spend $1,100,
If I could
on a
survive the
headset, or
fires
on a reality
and
headset,
escape my
I could see
darkness,
where the majority of people would say,
then so can
it's
you.
not substantially better in any way, shape, or form to spend the retail price on it. But if, say, it was the same price as an Oculus, would it, in your eyes, would it be worth it, or should I just spend the full money, the full 400 on an Oculus?
yeah. Um, man, this is a good question. So I think first of all, um, pretty much whatever you go with, you're probably gonna have a pretty great experience, in all honesty.
I agree with that statement.
So I mean, it's you kind of have like you have two really great options here, especially because the Vive Pro is potentially so cheap. Getting it at that price really kind of, yeah, that raises an eyebrow for sure. Trying to see. So I have a Valve Index, and I think the Valve Index. I'm trying to think of what the. Okay, I'm looking at like the specs and trying to see the resolution between these two. And I mean, also, like, you're kind of getting two different kinds of experiences altogether. Like, one is definitely going to be much more of like the hardcore PC gamer type of experience,
Mm-hmm.
where you're dealing with more cables, you're dealing with a much bigger setup, and the way that the Vive Pro is done.
Right.
Um, but it kind of also allows for more hacks and tricks and just different flexible things you can do with VR in general. Um, because you have uh those lighthouses, I believe they call them.
Yeah, that's what they call them.
But then when you move over to the Oculus, I mean, you kind of have like the Nintendo Switch of VR. Like it it just works really well and it kind of works anywhere, you know.
Sure.
Um
And I get that as far as the portability of it goes, being able to just take your Oculus anywhere and not have to be connected to a cable.
yeah,
I get
which
I get that pro, you know. Um do I do I consider myself the type of person that would take, my Oculus out into the living room and, and casually experience virtual reality? Probably not.
yeah.
I could see where if you were wanting to do that for, let's say, immersive yoga, or,
Yeah.
like a workout experience, where you're immersing yourself into, the world, or this particular reality, and not having the cables, to limit you. Um, and as far as gaming goes, I guess, ideally you wouldn't want the cables. Now, I know that there are wireless type adapters that you can get for this headset, um,
Yeah.
as well, afterwards. And, maybe I go down that road later, but for an entry, for just getting into VR, would you say that the going up to the retail price of an Oculus would be worth it for a Vive Pro, or should I just get an Oculus? I guess that's kind of like for the with the lighthouses, the motion tracking, superiority to an Oculus being able to have full body tracking versus just front, what's in front of you tracking. Um, I could see that being a big benefit. But again, do you feel like it would be worth it to take the Vive Pro up to retail price for an Oculus? Retail price meaning 400. Or do you feel like I would be better off maybe just waiting? Because I mean, obviously, anybody's gonna be better off waiting for a better deal, right? I'm not necessarily rushing to get into VR. However, I do have to take into consideration that this is where I'm getting this deal from. There's potentially, I could pretend like I lost that Oculus for $251. That's what I missed out on.
Yeah.
That's almost half price of an Oculus. Um, Now, obviously, like I said, what I guess it just kind of I have like 20 minutes left to make a decision on whether I'm gonna take this, whether I'm gonna bid up to Oculus retail price.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it would be worth it, or do you feel like I would be better off waiting either for another deal or just buy an Oculus? Because you've had more of these devices than either myself or Demon have.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just kind of depends on what you want out of the experience, like what sort of games or what sort of activities do you see yourself doing? Um because honestly, I mean, yeah, they're kind of they're very similar, but they're very much targeted at different audiences,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So yeah, what do you think you'd be doing with it?
I mean, I definitely, obviously gaming. Um, I haven't looked at the full catalog, but I know that there's like Blade and Sorcery, which looks really cool that I'd be dabbling into, which is going to be a lot of movement. Um, any of the shooters, I'd be pairing this with the locomotion sensors from Catwalk, the same people that make the treadmill. they
Okay.
they have the ankle and waist sensors, so that way you can, so that's the thing too, right? Is that I don't want to be a streamer that's just sitting here in my spin around chair,
Yeah.
like, oh, VR, yada, or I'm just standing in one spot. I want to take it to that next level, and
Right.
I want to get that workout in. I want to be running around. I want to be that little guy in the bottom of the corner of the screen, that's jumping and crouching and, yeah, actually like running in place. Like that's the experience that I
Right.
want. If I'm gonna immerse myself into virtual reality, I want to go all the way. I want to go all in,
Right.
not just use the controllers and use my head as the camera. I want that full body experience.
Yeah,
So
you
that's
want Skyrim for real.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna be pairing it with. If I get when I get that whatever set I get, I'm going to be getting those sensors as well.
Yeah.
So from a very physical or type of experience, do you think? And now, obviously, I work at I work at a hardware store. I can make the whole system to hold the wires up in the ceiling, so they're not on the floor. So I'm not gonna risk, yanking my
Yeah.
computer off the table.
Yeah, and you get used to it. I mean, you do. It's I have cables. It's not that big of a deal.
Hmm. So,
Um
hot take, yes or no? No bullshit answer for potentially $700 off retail price. Would you think that it would be worth it?
yeah,
Comparing it to an Oculus.
I think it would be worth it. I think again
Demon,
there's
just eat it
definitely
and get the index.
differences. Do what?
Demon says, just eat it and get the index.
Well, I mean, if you did, you wouldn't. I don't think you'd regret it. But even with the index, like I look at the Oculus and I think, man, yeah, it's pretty nice. Like that has its pros as well. Like I kind of like that as well. Um, but yeah, with the Vive, you definitely are gonna have much more of like a dive into VR. Um, with the Quest is gonna give you VR, but it's kind of VR light, you know?
Sure. Okay.
So I think the Vive Pro would be a good option. Now that's having never actually tried the Vive Pro myself, but I
You've
mean,
tried systems that are better, and I'm assuming you've tried systems that are that are worse, Gl- globally reviewed.
yeah.
Obviously you can't speak for it because you haven't used it yourself. But
So just
globally reviewed, you've tried lesser headsets and you've tried better headsets.
Yeah, so just to tell you a little bit about my experience so you know where I'm coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So, I originally got the original HTC Vive, like the original one. Um and that one was that one was definitely not as good as the Vive Pro or any of these other ones. But even that was so good, and it was like super pixely. It was super pixelated. But it was so good that I was like, holy cow, if there are things that are even better than this, then like I know I'm just gonna lose myself in it and it's gonna be worth it. So that's why I just bit the bullet and got the Valve Index.
Right.
Um because I mean, yeah, it was amazing. So honestly, for the price that you're talking about and all this stuff you're talking about, I would say that it would be pretty close to worth it to get the original Valve or the original Vive that I had, just thinking back to how that was. So the Vive Pro, yeah, I think you're probably going to have a really great experience. Now, I will say there's one thing that I do remember. The the controllers are not the best.
Okay.
they're not they're not the best. They're quite possibly the worst. They're not
Okay.
bad, but they're just kind of more functional and serviceable in their design. The Pretty much everyone else has come out with what has become now like this more standard design, which is much more like a regular controller split in two.
Right.
Um so that is one thing that I would think about. Like it's not going to ruin the experience, but you are going to want to get new controllers. That
Sure.
is one thing.
I guess one thing I probably should have said from the very beginning was that I'm also going into this with the mindset of yes, the Vive Pro is not the best. That being said, the price that I would potentially get it for if another headset came up, on the auction site, and I'm able to get another, a good deal on a better headset, and say because as last week there was also a Vive Pro 2. Now that was up on there. Now, luckily, I got myself out of that one because in the notes for the auction, they didn't show it necessarily in the pictures, but in the notes, it said that it did not include the controllers or the lighthouses.
Mm.
So I almost screwed myself, but I got out of it. So my thought is, am I gonna have, is there gonna be an opportunity for another Vive Pro 2 full set, or well, yeah, basically a full set. Can I get around the same deal? And if I can, then I just sell the Vive Pro for, essentially what I got it for, which is significantly, under retail to make my money back. And it's like it never happened.
I mean, yeah.
So that's kind of another, another thing that I'm looking at is that if I can get, if I can get another one for, a better deal, then just sell it, you know. Even if I sell it at a little bit of a loss, it's not that big of a deal to me, you know.
Yeah.
But um okay. So I think I'm gonna go for it. I have 11 minutes to put a bid on it. So what I think I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a little bio break before we get into this boss fight, which I assume this is the point of the boss fight. Like, it's a whole cutscene. I'm on fire. Like, it is what it is. So I think it's gonna be the boss fight.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a little bio break, throw a bid on this when for in a minute, and then we'll get back to the boss fight. So appreciate you jumping in here and giving me some of your infinite wisdom when it comes to virtual reality.
Yeah. Hope it helps.
So thank you very much.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, bye bye.
Bye.
All right, we are back. Back with another beverage. Back with a clearer stomach, clearer head. Need to take a little break there to stretch the fingers. Get ready for this boss fight. Tell you what, my fingers are cramping today. Got ourselves a frosty, foamy beverage. And actually ended up getting myself a little bit of food as well. Got about 4 minutes to kill. Let's we'll just pause it right at the beginning of the fight. Again, I assume this is the fight. I swear, if this was the death, I'd be pissed.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from you.
Where will you go?
So it's not a boss fight?
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
Well,
I will come back to you.
to tell you the truth,
Come on.
it's an interesting perspective. Uh-huh.
And I will cheer you from now and forever be in your debt.
You
If
destroyed everything. Everyone.
Vikings
But not me. Fight now.
and Silent Hill fused together, it would be this boss. Basket Pyramid Head. Coming off his throne to try and end my journey. What a punk. I mean, you said it was dark. I went to until it was just barely visible. Normally, I just leave the games on default because I find that, like shooters and stuff like that, multiplayer games, having it down as low as this game is just a nightmare trying to see anybody. Hmm. Interesting. This Vive Pro just went from 243 to 302. Once they hit the last minute. Almost there. 30 seconds and we'll just let astronauts can outbid me. He probably will. He had enough time to set up an account. Everybody out of my fucking way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I pressed place bid at 5 seconds. It didn't do anything, but it ended. It's checking. We're going to see what happens. Currently sitting at 302. Hopefully I can get it for like 304. And if I lose it, I lose it. No harm, no foul. We're just going to leave it right there. I'm going to turn that off. Not be distracted. And we're going to do this boss fight. This part's amazing. Okay. What the fuck? So did I die? Must stop him. Okay. That was kind of bullshit, if I'm being honest. Okay, okay, back the fuck up. Homeboy wants to play hard, huh? Let's fucking go. No, you can't set me on fire. I'm in the water. Come on now. Let's fucking go, boys. I'm still clicking. Fuck you! That's what you get for eating Taco Bell. Fucking spicy shit comes back up. That's it. That fight was so intense, my armor's coming apart. Gotta shove my laces back in there.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place.
Melon?
And so it goes. Until we fall.
Ow! I just pulled an arm here. Fucking hell.
And in the end,
we're gonna find out
all
together. I'm gonna let that sit.
Even the gods have their time.
I'm gonna let the headset sit on my phone, and we're gonna find out together at the end of the stream.
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep it.
I die.
Melon,
Free.
speak, friend, and enter.
Knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have.
The eye of the tiger.
Quest.
Okay. With that, what are we like around like halfway?
Truth was a troubled man. A scholar turned slave.
Mm-hmm.
They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness.
The wise bot comment?
Of darkness to new world.
What did it say? Oh, yeah. I did die.
My world.
The stream was originally titled, One Life Challenge. To be fair, with the exception of whatever happened in that fight, I don't believe that I've died in combat. So that's all that matters. I don't consider whatever happened in that last fight to be a death. I consider it to be a glitch. Word to your mother. No, no, no! Go down the ladder! Now, I did die due to stupid fucking game mechanics in fire type situations. But I don't count those as deaths because those weren't my fault. So, yes, I've died. Technically, I haven't died. So we have to run all the way back. Right? I don't believe we pressed forward. Back to where we came from. You believe? I believe. By the power invested in me by Odin and Thor himself, I believe this is the way to go. The power of Thor compels you. It's not that one. we don't go back this way. Oh, here we go. Guys, there's a secret path to the mountains. How many of the 3 bosses have I gone through? I've gone through 2. I did Valraven first, and now I just did Sutre second. So I'm 2/3 of the way through the bosses. Okay, that's not where we needed to go. Okay. Did we run across this? We didn't go across this, did we? I don't remember if we did or didn't. Oh, we did. Okay, so where's the other passage? Over here? That's the way we came. Does that mean we have to be getting close? The fuck was that? Yeah, I really am lost in the forest. A runestone. We gotta go up to the bridge. So maybe we go back and then up the other path? I don't know that I would consider this a sprint, right? So, this is walking. I consider that to be walking. I don't know that I consider this to be a sprint. Like, I feel like this would be like, you know, when you run out of stamina and you want to run a little faster, you know? But not quite as fast as a full sprint. That's what this speed would be like. This way. Here we go. Some would say a jog. A brisk stroll. She's had a rough day. She had a rough life. Doesn't mean she has to mosey through it. You know, the faster you go through here, the you know, the sooner you get closure. Okay, it's not here. This way.
Have you ever died before?
No, I haven't.
It's a serious question.
No, I haven't died.
An illusion of self is shattered.
Those were all illusions.
Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter.
Tisk tisk, demon. Not finishing a
And
game.
nothing is the same ever again.
I need a waterfall in a stream like this. Talking about big rocks. So we talked a little bit earlier. We didn't really talk. It was a comment that I made in passing. You know, that stonework, stone masonry, right? It's hard fucking work. You know, you're sitting there just chiseling all day, moving these heavy ass large stones. Back-breaking work. Absolutely back-breaking work. And so, to recreate this type of stuff, right? You know, to be like on a household type basis. The fact that you'd have to move, you know, that I would have to move stones like this. Obviously, you know, I wouldn't do them this large, but in order to create, you know, a sense of scale, I have to get either a bunch of stones to make a large stone, or I have to get a large stone. That's some heavy fucking work, man. It's not, you know, it ain't no just regular old 2x4, you know, it ain't no piece of wood carrying it on your shoulder. This is, you know, mule team, getting a vehicle.
You may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
It's some backbreaking work.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. Open the gate. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate.
These people were serious. Fucking black.
It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross.
Astronaut, I take it you finished this game, right? So where would you say that I was in the timeline of this game, right? Of how much game there is.
There is no one here.
Am I halfway about?
Not you.
A little more, a little
Did you
less?
think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Delia!
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control,
I have more.
way to pull through.
Long story short, I have more left than I think. Okay.
Love left
So a little less than halfway. Okay, cool.
smother your furies.
I'm just trying to gauge,
Your fears.
you know, I don't want to get
But
to a
in darkness
point
they came,
where
through stormy black seas they
I've only got
made
about
me
20 or
sure.
so minutes left of the stream, so I don't want to, you know,
The
try and get involved in
usual
something,
scream.
you know, if it's gonna be a weird part to end at.
And now that you're home,
But if I'm a little less than half, then I'm not concerned about
he's so far
doing a
away.
little bit more, and trying to finish it on the, you know, next week's stream.
His soul. To these gods you cannot pray.
And if anybody has any recommendations
They can
for
break
what I
you,
play after
but
this
not your
game
promise.
for the, you know, for
Death
October,
would keep you
trying to
apart.
stick with the spooky, you know, the thriller type, horror type
Your
games
sword still beats
that
our
that I could play, you know, feel free to let me know.
You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams.
How long did it take me to get this far?
Way to win.
Stream's been up for 3 hours and 40 minutes,
Ahead of his
and at
corpse lies the
least
seat of
10
his
minutes of
soul.
that was intro. So 3.5 hours.
Vessel to bring him back home.
No!
Making good time. I could do a bit more stuff in front of the stream. Okay,
But not your promise.
appreciate it.
Death will keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
A heart in your soul still beats. A heart.
The darkness touched you.
The darkness
Everyone could
touched
see
you.
it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to surrender. Abandon him to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Demon, did you also see that that Valheim was on Game Pass as well? I've been wanting to play that game since it came out. And Astronaut, if you were interested, oh shit, Valheim is on Game Pass. Okay, so it's just the one guy. Okay, easy enough. I was just hoping there wasn't one spawning behind me.
The gods made you a warrior for a reason.
You think that this should be
It's
the
your
end?
calling.
Why do you say that? Story-wise,
Road ahead. The only one that makes any sense.
Valheim looks great. It does look great. This is Act 2 in a way.
Can't do it.
No, 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 no.
He's down. Finish him.
Save my... Save my focus power up for this guy. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's nearly over.
The terrain got destroyed there. Fucking go. Got you guys down to a science. What do I think about the combat system in this game? I find it interesting. I find the combat system more or less rudimentary. Yeah, autosave there. Good to know. Well, I find the combat system kind of rudimentary, you know, you've got... Motherfucker. You know, you've got light attack, heavy attack, dodge. I find that the lack of being able to move the camera around freely to be its, I don't know if it's, I would say detriment, but the biggest challenge is not having the free camera. Especially with when you're getting pinned up against a wall or a corner.
Finish this. End it now.
Like right now, I would feel like I would benefit from being able to have my camera moved away out of that situation versus just being sucked into my body and being forced to be in that situation in that moment. And yeah, you can't see the other people behind you fighting if you get yourself separated, which is why I try to find myself positioning myself where they're stacked on top of each other, so I can just fight one of them at a time and keep track of where all of them are. Now, obviously, you have 3 of those. You can't really do that all the time, but I probably should have saved that. I'll get another one. I think the VR version of this is free. I think it really does a lot to improve the camera. That's where I feel like the game definitely lacks, is in the camera. Now, I could see where, if that was the design choice that they wanted to make in order to change the difficulty or the experience, then sure. But I definitely feel like it definitely makes it harder, as far as fighting somebody, fighting these guys goes. And the game, I don't think, is really meant to be, holding your hand by any means. But it could definitely be a lot nicer if the camera was free. Okay. Okay. Let's get you away from the wall. Come on, motherfucker. Get over here. Come on. I know you want some. Fucking figured it out, man. That's nuts. I always felt too like the camera was fighting you, but overall you still liked it. Yeah, overall, I mean, so far it's a great game. Don't get me wrong, it's visually nice. The lore is presented well. And the puzzles are challenging, yet easy enough. That I haven't found myself stuck on them too much. I was just about to say, unless I can't figure out this one, but there's literally a door right here. But overall, I mean, it's a good game. Now, if the combat was, more challenging, we're talking like Dark Souls status, and we had the free camera restriction, then I don't know that it would work very well. But the fact that this is probably the best place to stop. We're right around the time anyways. But being that, will I save if I get this room? Being that,
however you come to
the higher difficulty really comes from the multiple enemies aspect.
She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage.
It's not too bad.
She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and
Your
rode
advice
to
on the
hell
runes
to
says
join
so
her
too.
slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Yeah, we've missed 4. Well, I think we'll take Jacobel's advice and say that this is a good place to stop, being that we've got about 10 minutes left of the stream. Probably have to play a little bit of this again, but that's alright. I have a feeling we're about to get into some weird puzzles with this invisible geometry here. So, you think this is going to become Microsoft's darker and more edgy response to God of War? Do you think they're going to continue this series after the second one? Do you think there's going to be like a third, a fourth, and a fifth one? Or do you think it's going to end with maybe a trilogy? What do you think? Well, I give you a second to type that. We're gonna find out if I won or not. I lost it. These days, nothing ever dies. So I lost the auction, but what I find interesting about the fact that I lost that auction is that I bid 400 at the last 10 seconds. And I don't know if you can see that. Where's the price? There it is. Right here. 394. When I bid 400. Maybe I should have done it at 20 seconds? Who knows? Well, there'll be more of them. And who knows, maybe I'll get a better deal. But alright, I think that's a good spot to call it for tonight. Meet me back in the tavern, and we will say our goodbyes. Actually, we started in the guild hall, so we're in the guild hall. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and adventurers far and wide, thank you so much for being here tonight, experiencing Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, our first day into the spooky season. I had to close the windows and put a fire on because the frigid air was coming through and it was making my feet cold throughout this. We're in the cold season. We're in the spooky season. We're going to be playing darker, spooky, horror, thriller type games all month. Getting in the spirit, getting in the mood for that Halloween 31st festivities. All Hallows Eve, Halloween, whatever you choose to call it. Once again, thank you so much for being here tonight. I don't know why I'm moving back and forth. It's not like I'm antsy or anything, but you guys are the real OGs, MVPs of tonight's stream. Once again, thank you so much for being here, chatting it up, keeping me company, enjoying the experience. Hope you got an earful with all those whispers, because I know I did. Schedule next week. Hopefully next Friday. I'm hoping. My schedule's kind of normalized. Should be back to normal. Normal-sized. Normalized. Too many normals. Shoot for next Friday. Until then, stay epic.